Spike's Car Radio starts now.
We are. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey.
We're broadcasting. We're
on
recording.
the road. This is taking the show on the road, like when Jonny would go to Vegas. Yeah.
Well, we were at Pebble Beach a few weeks back, and now we're here on the East Coast. Is it fair to call this event like the East Coast Pebble Beach? Is that a fair?
I guess it's fair to call it that.
Sure.
I mean, to me, I think it's Pebble Beach, 1978, when it wasn't so crowded. I mean, there's so much room here. You can really move around the cars. You can talk to people. I love Pebble Beach, but it's gotten so big and so crowded. Jack, can I ask you a question? It's like that all the time. Whereas here, you can take your time and take a picture and talk, and yeah, it's great.
I think for more normal people, however, Pebble is still pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. No, it is fun. It is fun. It is great, but it's just it's not as commercial here.
I think I would call this, I've never been to this event,
Right.
but if I were to give it a separate name, it would be Jay Leno Week. Everywhere I go, it's Jay Leno. Jay Leno opens it with stand-up.
I can't help with that. That shows you how desperate they are.
But you did open it up with a stand-up gig, right?
Yeah, we did. We
You
did
do
a charity.
2 hours.
We did. The Audrain gives a lot to local charities here with Boys and Girls Club and cancer. It is funny. A city like Newport, it seems like everybody's a gazillionaire. It's not. You have like 15% of the population goes hungry. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable? I
Yeah.
mean, a city like this. So there's an awful lot. We do stuff with the food bank, and it's great fun. It's great fun. And it's a really nice New England community. It's different. Everybody's suspicious. Hey, the Hollywood guy's coming in.
I'm not a Hollywood. I grew up not far from here. I was born in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Well,
I fished the waters of Tiverton, Rhode Island, under the bridge.
That's right.
Thank you very much. We have a small audience for those at home that are crowded around us. Say hi, everybody. We can probably hear you.
Spike.
This is a place I get New England compliments. Here's
which
a New
is?
England. I had this actually. I'm on Marlborough Street. This guy says, "Hey, Jay Leno, my friend met you in California. Yeah. He said you're not an a-hole." I said, "Oh, thanks a lot." He goes, "No, he said that really. You weren't." "Oh, thank you. So it's always that New England. Hey, what's
Larry
that guy?
Larry David gets the opposite of that. Hey, there you are.
Yeah, there.
You're the asshole.
Right.
You're that asshole guy.
I was going to say, back to Jay for a second. The mayor of Newport yesterday proclaimed October 2nd Jay Leno Day.
Wow. How about that, ladies and gentlemen?
I believe it was the governor, but that's all right.
No, the governor was there. I think
The mayor was being indicted. That's right. He couldn't make it.
Is that Buddy Cianci? Who is Buddy Cianci?
Buddy
That's
Cianci.
Providence.
Buddy Cianci was Providence. He brought me a jar of his spaghetti sauce on the Tonight Show. He'd just gotten out of prison. Hilarious, because everybody in New England goes to prison, and they run again when they get out to show that you're tough, show that you can take it.
That's a real politician right there.
That's right. Yeah, I remember Buddy Cianci. Yeah.
So what is it? October 1st is Jay Leno Day, or October 2nd?
October 2nd.
How do we celebrate Jay Leno Day? What does that mean?
In a myriad of ways.
I heard you celebrated it by taking Jonny to your home, your new
I did take Jonny.
Gilded
Yes.
Age mansion.
I
I
did take
spent
Jonny.
Jay Leno Day at Jay's house, which
Yeah,
was
wow.
really
That's
cool.
right.
And what is that like, Jonny?
Well,
A modest cottage.
so we're driving around. I've never been to Newport before, so we're driving down, the summer cottage row, and I'm marveling. The houses are incredible, and then I see one, and I go, "Look at that place!" And David goes, "That's Jay's," and I started laughing. I go, "Okay, I'll stop once we get in." He goes, "No, Jay laughs at it too."
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. I wish my mother were. My mother's from Scotland. "Oh, Jamie, what a ridiculous house." My mother would just think it was the most ostentatious. "Oh, Jamie, look at it."
Yeah.
I told you when I got the Tonight Show, it was the Tonight Show starring Jay Leno. And for the first 2 weeks, my mother, starring Jay Leno. "Oh, Mr. Big Shot, starring." I go, "Mom, that's what they do in Hollywood." "Oh, starring, you can't do." So I said, Mom, so I changed the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Mother, "That's much better. You don't need to say you're starring and everything."
There you go. That's exactly right. My mom used to get down on me for cleaning my car. You LA people cleaning your cars all the time. Why do you clean your cars all the time? What do you call them? Details?
Yeah.
She then called me a year later and said, "You were right about cleaning your cars." And I said, "Why?" The salt had eaten the underside of her car
There you
because she
are.
never washed it. Right
There you
there.
are.
And she learned her lesson. There you go. so she learned something.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
And that's our show.
Yeah.
Well,
Wash your
look,
car.
We have a lot of folks here. This is really good. Johnny,
Yes,
what-
sir.
You're here judging.
Yeah. Let me just so everyone knows. Yes. Jonny, judge, right there. So yeah.
Jay, have you ever done that? Have you ever judged a Concours like this?
You know, I did judge. I would never do it again because you know why he won? Because he's a friend of Leno's. No, I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Right.
I never met the guy. It was
Right.
just unbelievable. It was always a reason why
He thinks it's crooked.
I have no friends. This will work out
I'll
great.
tell you my
man.
favorite Concours story. I'm in Pebble Beach, and I'm a judge. And a guy's got an Auburn. And the judges come around, and they got the checkbook. And one of the judges says, "Hey, your clock's not working." The guy goes, "Oh, well, hang on, let me get my restorer." And he calls him on the phone, goes to voicemail, well, it's the judge's log. I tell you what, I'll go down the row. If it's fixed by the time we get back, we won't deduct any points. But if it's not fixed, I got to deduct. Yeah, that's no problem. That's no problem. So he can't find it. Judges come back about 20 minutes later. We got to deduct for it. Guy's just screaming. Then the restorer shows up with a sandwich and he's got a Coke or something in his hand. He goes, "The clock doesn't work. You're supposed to get this thing." And the guy said, "Did you wind it?" "What?" "Did you wind it?" "Well, it was electric." "No, it's a wind. It's a 1928 or whatever. It's a wind." And all I had to do was turn the bezel.
And there it was.
And it was. Yeah, just maybe that's I like people who know their cars. To me that's fun.
We were told though we're not looking for ticking clocks. That's not what we're judging on.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, how do you feel confident? If someone asked me to do it, I'd go, I'm just not qualified to do it.
I've always judged
And
stuff.
we've always said that about you. Really.
People say it in the comment section all the time. That's why you're on the show, and
Yeah,
you. But
yeah.
so what do you have to do? Like, what is it? What did they tell you in the judges
We
meeting
were
this
told
morning?
basically like, when you see your class, just flip over the judging sheet and just first impression, write down what you think the top three are, and then flip it back over and then talk to the other judges. And they were saying, 9 times out of 10, that will be the finishing order anyways.
Right.
And so we're judging, just what they look like.
How many judges are there?
64.
64.
26 classes, I think, of cars.
Well, there are 64 people here right now.
That's right.
It's a judge for every car.
Who wants a medal?
I thought there should be a written test. Because you have a lot of owners who buy a car, they give it to a restoration shop. The restoration promises it'll win.
Yes.
It doesn't win. The guy's all pissed. They haven't enjoyed the car. They haven't used the car. They don't know the history of the car. I mean, to me, I used to give out the rattle can award for the person who used the least amount of money.
Right.
Because you got a lot. See, in California, you got 2 or 3 guys that have hundreds of cars. You come back here and you got hundreds of guys that each have one car.
Right.
And then you talk to them, they realize, they bought it in high school. And then they got married and they had kids, so they put it in the garage. And they're going to restore it when the kids get out of college. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like. I mean, to me, there's a bond with the car and they got a story. And it really makes it a lot of fun. And they know the car inside out, who designed it, what year. They went to a generator on September 17th instead of an alternate instead of a generator. So to me, that's what I would do if I.
So we were told though that's part of it is that you have to talk to each owner, try and find the owner, not the mechanic,
right,
and get their story and make that part of your judging as well.
This event is very new to me and the Audrain. I've been doing a deep dive. I watched that Gilded Age show on HBO.
Oh, I love the Gilded Age.
With my wife. We love the Gilded Age, right?
Yeah,
Jay's living it.
And luckily I wrapped it up right before I came here.
My house was in there.
It was.
Yeah.
Which episode?
It's just they go by it and you see it.
It's not really a house. It's a mansion. It's
a
much different thing.
It's a lovely home,
this
perfect
house
for 2
here
people.
This is almost as big as Jay's house. It's close. It's
It's
really
ideal
close.
for 2 people.
Can I just ask you one house question?
Yes.
Like, all right, I live in compared to that house, I live in a small house, a real house, like a house.
Right.
And dust is still a problem. Like in my closet, dust. In your mansion,
Right.
do you have like a dust guy?
No, it's so windy the dust just blows away.
It's a serious question.
I'm in the ocean. The salt takes the other half.
Do you shut down like half the house and just live in one side of it?
No, hardly at all. No.
You're not going to tell me.
No, it's fine. There's no dust.
Do you do any of this stuff yourself around your
I
mansion?
do. I enjoy working on it.
Yeah, what do you do?
It is
What was the
fun.
last thing you fixed there?
A leaky faucet, just put a gasket in. I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that.
That's good, right?
And
That
place
feels
a
good.
couple of the, you can't. Here's one of my pet peeves. If you've ever worked on a toilet, especially old houses, they're brass, and you have the brass ball, and they get a hole in them, and you can solder it up, and you can use it again. You buy these stupid plastic things at Lowe's or Home Depot, and they just they kind of float, but not really.
Yeah.
They don't work. They last maybe 2 years and got to get them.
Yeah.
I wish somebody.
But doesn't
made
that
it
feel
better.
good? Don't you feel now connect? I fixed a towel rack last week.
Ooh.
And I'm just in love.
So did I.
It's so funny.
So did I.
Yeah.
I remember when this was a car show years ago when I first started.
We're going to get there.
Oh,
As
all
you know, we like to do a little preamble for
Right,
about
right.
10 minutes, and we're right at that point. Let's
Okay.
get to the beginning
All right.
of Newport and its relationship to cars. Because Newport, as I've learned, has a lot of interesting firsts.
The first car race was right here in Bellevue
Exactly
Avenue.
right. And that was September 6th of 1900.
That's right. Well, that's what's fun about back east. You go to California, like my wife, I go to her old neighborhood. Her school is not there. The hill it was on is not there. It's been leveled, and there's 60 houses on.
Right.
You can't find anything pre-1948. You come back here, like we moved to Andover in '59. We're still the new people. We're the new people. It's like the Pilgrims are here before us. But I mean, there's a barn in my town, like built in 1691 or some crazy thing. So that's what's kind of fun about here. And there's still stuff hidden.
Yeah.
Lars Anderson Museum in Brookline is one of the oldest car museums. And the guy stopped buying cars like 1906 or something.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool old stuff, and it's fun to see and visit.
I mean, in my town in West Bridgewater, I remember in school reading all the names of the people that came over on the Mayflower, and they were the same names in the first grade class.
Right.
Like there's Linda Adams.
That's right.
Wow, how interesting. But getting back to this race,
Yeah.
what do you know about that race? Like, why did it start in 1900? I know this guy, Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, obviously very rich, young car enthusiast.
Right.
He could afford to buy whatever he wanted. And Nick has one of the original Renault racers from the period. And I think he bought 7 or 8 of them and gave them to his friends, and they would all
Right.
race against one another.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, imagine you could just buy every Porsche GT3 and come on, you guys, just buy one for everybody, and y'all go racing. I mean, that's where it was.
It sounded like it was a mishmash of vehicles too, because reading about it last night, there was a motorized tricycle of some kind in the race.
Anything that rolls, explodes, and makes noise was pretty much eligible. You had the Didion tricycle. Well, I mean, nobody knew what was going to catch on. I mean, in 1905 and 6, electric was a third, gas was a third, and steam was a third. And nobody knew which one was going to win.
Right.
So everybody is always hedging their bets. The Stanley brothers, the locomotive company, bought Stanley because steam is the way to go. And they had it like 2 years, and then the internal combustion engine was making such strides. Loco just gave it up and sold it back to the Stanley brothers for 10 cents on the dollar, because steam was pretty much done at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It had run the world from 1811 to 1911. Everything was steam. I mean, you still have steam-powered ships now, but as a car, the mode of transportation fell out in 1911.
And so how long was racing going on here in Newport after that?
I think for the first 5 or 6 years, until the neighbors went, okay, that's it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I mean, it's just like
This is
today.
enough of it.
Oh, yeah, we have some teenagers coming over. Okay, and then they're doing burnouts in the
Yeah,
street.
they're riding
That's
their
the end of it.
Surons.
Plus, cars got faster, and they
Yep.
got more dangerous.
Yeah.
You had situations, nobody could guess the speed of a car, so they would stand on the road and watch it, and the car would be going 60 miles an hour. Now, remember, nobody had gone much more than 12 miles an hour in their life. So to
Right.
see something coming at 6, and boom, they would get hit. And people just got run over in the streets. They thought they could run across the road because nothing had come at that speed. Cars have always been fast. They just
Yeah.
couldn't stop or go around corners. But that 1907 Renault, I drove that. I think I took to 65 or 70. And it's like, oh, my God.
And there's no seatbelt.
No seat.
Seat
No.
belt.
no
There's
skill.
barely a seat. Yeah.
Cars are relatively new.
Stopping
Remember-
is a suggestion.
I forget the year, but it was like 1920 something before an airplane went faster than a car.
Yeah, that's right.
Cars had a land speed record of like over 100 miles an hour, and planes were stuck at 80 for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It took them a while.
I was happy that you called me about the Horsey Horseless
that's right.
when Johnny was talking about it there. And
The Horsey Horseless.
this is
was a horse's head you could buy to put on the front of your car.
Oh wait, so it was just the head. You didn't buy the vehicle with it.
No,
This was
No, it was a company.
The company that did make the whole vehicle.
Yeah.
But the idea was it wouldn't. Internal combustion engines scared horses.
Mm-hmm.
But but it had a horse's head on, the horse would go, oh, okay.
But can you just draw me a line, just because I don't know much about this event in this week, which
Right.
I'm growing to love, and I didn't even know it was over 6 days. Draw me a line for the beginnings where that race was to today. Like I know the Audrain Museum gets founded in maybe 2014, somewhere around then.
Yes, I think it was a bank or something before that. But the races were, there were 84 mansions that were just demolished.
Right.
Because they thought, no, nobody wants these big, stupid houses. I mean, beautiful houses. When you see the ones that are left,
Yeah.
84 of those were just wrecked. So somebody said, whoa, hold up here. Because even back in the 80s, my house was being turned into condominiums. And luckily,
Right.
the guy went broke and somebody else bought it and had the wherewithal to bring it back as a house. But that's kind of where it was. You couldn't give land away here. It's really cheap. And when I bought my house in 2016 or 15, it was the most expensive house ever sold in Rhode Island. Now it's not even
It's nothing.
not even the top 20.
Do you have like a Downton Abbey staff downstairs?
Yes.
Of folks
Yes.
that come up and
Yes.
Mr. Leno?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, he does. Yes.
He does?
No. He had no. He's like one
Well,
guy.
See, I don't understand how this
my
whole thing runs then.
My house was called Hurricane Hut because in 1938 there was a huge hurricane, an unbelievable
Yeah.
hurricane. In fact, it took a boulder the size of an automobile, it threw it over the house, and it killed 2 staff members that were trying to escape, trying
Oh
to
my
leave
God.
the property in a car, and crushed them. I mean, just unbelievable.
Wow.
And there was a big metal peacock on the lawn, and that got swept out to sea. Okay. Well, the lady who owned it in 1930, she sold the place. She went back in 1950 to see the new owners 20 years later, and she saw the peacock on the lawn. And I said, where'd that come from? And the woman said, oh, we had a hurricane about a year ago, and it just showed up. So it got washed out to sea, stayed under the sea for 25 years, whatever it was, and the next
you're
hurricane put it
kidding.
back.
Also,
in the
I
property
saw
again.
the peacock statue.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
about 4 feet tall. It probably weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah.
It's made of like brass or bronze or
Yeah,
something.
pretty amazing.
Copper.
Yeah.
So, when did you get involved in this event with Donald? Because
through
Donald
Nick.
Osborne, again, I'm just trying to untangle my own knowledge about
Yeah.
this and folks that don't know about this event. He's head of the Audrain Society, I guess, the car museum,
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
and
I
the
think-
museum spawned this event. Is that how it works?
Did we spawn? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't remember spawning, and if I did, don't tell my wife. But, no, actually, and Nick Schorsch is really the guy behind this and behind the museum, and he loves cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it when guys can take their hobby and make it a business. So it's not like a business at all.
That's what this is.
Yeah, and
Right now.
it probably breaks even every year. It might
Yeah.
make a few, but it raises a lot of money for charity, and it brings an awful lot of business into town, and more people come in. And you see, this place got popular again once people realized they could work from home. COVID really helped the real estate prices here because people realized, oh, I could talk to New York from my COVID-free Long Island, Rhode Island, that kind of thing. So that was another reason.
And this is Friday. This is an event called The Gathering.
The Gathering.
Which feels like the Quail a little bit. Feels like the upscale, kind of relaxed, fun champagne.
What's the
cocaine
right crowd with no crowding?
Is that what this is? Like, what is today about?
Well, today, it's fun just to go to a car show that's not judged. You just look at cars and you ask people about their car. And if you don't want to show up because I don't want to get third place, I think my car,
Right.
so you don't judge anything. It's my favorite kind of car event.
Yeah.
Because it's not about judging a car. You might like this one more than that one. That guy might like that one more than yours. And maybe
Right.
a Ford GT is worth more than a Ferrari, or maybe not. It doesn't matter. You're just looking at cars, and it's such a relaxed atmosphere. There isn't that people pulling blades of grass out of the tread with tweezers because the judge is coming. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's cool. Are you going to show something?
I'm not showing anything right now.
Do you
no,
ever
no.
show cars anymore?
Once in a while I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people are coming through your place in.
I did Pebble a bunch of times, and we won with a couple of the dudes. But I like to restore them up to 100 points, drive them down to 10 points, and then restore them again.
Bounce them back.
I mean, that's the fun part.
Yeah, it is perfect.
But you don't keep cars on the East Coast. Your cars are all in Burbank.
Mine are all in California. I like to be able, because I would be somebody's touching my car. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but how do you not load the mansion up with some stuff, like an old Series 2A or something, mansion-y?
Well, yeah,
and
but
fun?
I'm right on the ocean. I'll come back and think it'd be like a piece of
I
rock
know, but
salt.
you're a car guy. Like something. I mean, I would buy 5 cars just for that place.
I'll tell you something.
Nick has
I was
400
there.
cars, and he has no idea I've snuck them out in the middle of the night.
First of all, Nick has more cars than Jay.
He does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when a few minutes ago when he was talking about there are 3 guys in LA with 100 cars, I'm like, okay, Seinfeld, Jay, who's the third guy? Who's the other guy?
Yeah.
So he's got 400 cars.
Yeah.
More, but
More.
around there.
No, but
Started
it is
before.
different. It is different here. Here you do find a lot of guys that have one car, and it's a family heirloom. It was their grandfather. I mean, there's collectors too that just like to collect, but here you just get more of that. Because, like I said, I like to meet regular people that sanded the car
have a story.
themselves in the garage, and you know 600 with sandpaper and blah blah. And the paint isn't perfect, but boy, it's good enough.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
We were chatting this morning with a judge who
Yeah.
I won't say his name, but I was
say his
saying, what
name.
are you
Jeff.
looking? Well, I didn't want to give away his special sauce.
It's not.
Well, how he judges a Concours. It was pretty interesting, though. This Concours in particular, he was looking for someone who had a connection to the car like that.
Yeah.
Not the guy's guy who was
No, but
bringing the car.
we were told. We were just talk to the owner and make sure that story comes into your thinking when you're judging the car.
Well, my
Right,
favorite
right.
thing about, I guess, 15 years ago, we took a camera crew and we sort of had the judges speak off camera. Tell us about the worst losers. And just like millionaire guys. One guy, his car came in second. He took the trophy, put it under the rear wheel, and ran over it and cracked it on the judging stand.
Really?
Another guy went back to his room, urinated on the ceiling. He just trashed the whole hotel. He
You're
got thrown
kidding.
out.
Where's that guy?
Yeah. When you're a gazillionaire and you come in second.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
the funniest thing. We couldn't give any names, but they were all true stories. And
That's fantastic.
really funny.
that's
Really
good.
funny.
That's really
good.
good. Are you worried about that today, Johnny? Do you think
Well, I was going to say, if anyone has a car on Sunday, if you get second place, I'll come up with some ideas for you.
Well, I mean, from what we were hearing this morning from Jeff, it was just, like someone's true love and passion for a thing that they've had.
He
That
said
they weren't bringing. Well, let me just finish. A car, like you were saying, that was a family heirloom that they had a connection to, that they've had spent time with, that they were passionate about, and they wanted to talk about. Let me tell you the story. And stories with car collecting is really big. I've always thought of you as a stories car collector. Like whenever I would talk to you about cars in your collection, you would tell me this great story about how you found it.
Well, I got a 66 Lincoln. I'm not really a Lincoln guy, but this woman calls me. She's 94 years old. She was Marilyn Monroe's roommate. They came out here in the 40s to be movie stars.
Wow.
Marilyn got famous. She didn't, but she was incredibly beautiful. So she said, my husband bought me this car. So I go over to look at it. She comes down the stairs like Loretta Young. She got the cheekbone. She's 94. From the back, you'd think she was 18. I mean, if you looked at it, you go, what are you, about 53? No, she's 94. I mean, just beautiful bone structure, very classy, And she got this car, and she would go Beverly Hills, nail salon, country club, hair salon, supermarket, and home, and do that 3 times a week. And she put 1,000 miles a year on this car for like 50-something years. And it's brand new. It's perfect.
Wow.
Had it serviced at the dealer, So I would go over to see her, and when I got it, I went through it and cleaned it up, and I brought the paint out a little bit more. I went back to take her for a ride, and she looked like she was 18. She was so excited. I mean, she was just. You ever look at an old woman and you see the beautiful girl that was in there? You know what I mean? That's what I love. Because this woman was 94.
Yeah.
But she when she saw the car, she smiled. Like I realized, I'm falling in love with this chick. You know what I mean? It was really funny. But she really loved the car, and she had it 60 years almost.
See, that's what he's looking for, Johnny.
Yeah.
He's looking for those stories.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Jeff was saying that he's excited because one of the cars that guys owned it for 51 years.
Right.
Which is pretty good. That's
I had a guy call me. He was a movie producer. Hey, that kind of movie, with a cigar.
From the 20s?
Yeah. Well, what he did was he made African American films for African American audiences.
Okay.
And he had like the black Clark Gable. He had that. Who's that famous black cowboy that just died? He was like 102 or something. He had that guy, and he had all these pictures, And so I go over, and he's got a '67 Imperial. I'm not really, but all right, let me go look at it. So I go look at it, and he said, "I bought this car," and he said, well, "You see what I got?" And he opens the garage door next to me, and he's got spare windows, spare bumpers, spare fenders, every part he needed if he ever damaged the car.
Yeah.
And he takes me through his house, and it's a brand new 1948 house. And there's a picture on the wall of a beautiful woman, And I said, "Oh, that woman's very beautiful." He said, "Oh, that's my wife." I said, "Well, she's very beautiful." I said, "Oh yeah, she's still with us." And then he goes, "Psst, she don't look like that no more." I said, "Oh no," I said, "I understand." He knocks on the door. "Can you come out, honey?" "No, I'm not right now." She didn't want to come out, but it just made me. It was just a great story, just that kind of guy.
Is that your Imperial, the white one?
No, the one that looks like Mr. Drysdale, the gold one. The gold one, yeah.
All right, let me ask you some other questions. What was the first car you saw that made you fall in love with cars?
Me?
You.
Him?
Oh, well, actually,
You can answer too,
the first
John.
was actually, I remember as a kid, and there's a picture of a 1956 Harley Davidson with the tricolored windshield, tinted at the top, clear in the center. And in the center, there was one of those decals of the girl with a two-piece bathing suit like this, And I said, "Mom, look at this picture." And she said, "Never mind, look at that." It wasn't. She's in a bathing suit. And I don't care about the girl. And I'm looking at the bike. Never mind. And she just took it away from me, and that was the end of the night. But I said, "Oh, I always wanted to find that bike. It just seemed like a cool."
So
bike.
it was a motorcycle
A
first that really got you
initially,
going. Yeah,
initially,
me too. Mine was a Hodaka Combat Wombat.
Oh yeah, the Wombat. Yeah,
My uncle had it, and he left it in the garage with a wink, and he said, "You can start it up every month, keep it going." Wink, wink. And it became my bike.
Well, I came home from the hospital in a '49 Plymouth, and I went with my dad to Crabtree Motors in 1957 to buy the Belvedere black and white with the fins. And I'd sit in my dad's lap, and he would steer. Because now that happened, the child services would take me away from my parents. But back in those days, letting your kids sit in your lap while you steered the car, was kind of cool. So those are the two.
They don't. I've been doing that with my kids a lot.
Yeah.
My kids
I
ride
do
motorcycles, so they don't have the driver's license. They're fine.
Mine was, my dad's from Montreal, and we were back, it must have been like 82 or 83, and we were in Old Town Montreal.
Yeah.
And it has like just big gray cobblestones. That's what the streets are made out of. And there was an orange Countach just sitting on these gray cobblestones. And in my mind, I stood there for 12 hours. Probably my dad, he let me look at it for like half hour, but it like rewired my brain. I was just like, this is possible? Like you could have a spaceship on Earth?
Yeah.
And
It's funny when that feeling is like obsession. I remember seeing my first Ford Mustang and feeling that way, and just thinking about it for months and months, and riding my bike to the local the used car lot to go look at it. It wasn't even one of the better Mustangs, like the '72 Mach, like green.
Right.
Yeah, do you know that big hulky kind of ugly one?
Yeah.
It was that. And I'm 12, and I'm just thinking I gotta save my lawn mowing money to get that car. That place got closed down by the FBI in my hometown.
That's funny.
They were welding cars together, which it was like, how does that even work?
Right.
I couldn't even understand that. Yeah.
Well, I have a Countach story too.
Yeah.
I was in Hollywood, and I had to hitchhike. I didn't have a car or anything, and someone said to me, "Well, Rod Stewart visits his girlfriend down there. He's this Countach." I'd never seen a Countach, so I went down there and I saw it on the street. I looked in. There were crumbled up bags of potato chips on the carpet, and I went, "Boy, that's living. Driving a Countach and eating potato chips. Boy, that would be the coolest thing. Just eating potato chips in a Countach."
Yeah.
I just thought that was like
You had one of the coolest existences, though. I mean, I had it for a few years when we were doing Seinfeld. We had 3 years where we were only at work. and we would just drive cars to work and drive home from
Right.
work. And there's something about that drive when that's the only fun thing you do.
Yeah.
You're doing the Tonight Show for 22 years?
Right.
Did you drive a different car every day
Oh yeah,
on that
I
drive?
drove with steam cars and all kinds of crazy stuff to do.
So was it every day that you would change?
In fact, if you watch that famous Donald Trump tape where he says, "Grab him," you'll see my 1925 Doble steam car. Right?
No way.
He's standing right in front of it. I go, watch the Trump thing. My steam car's
Well, now we're going to have to go back
Oh
and
yeah,
have
take
it. I'm gonna
a look.
watch
Yeah,
it
my
again.
steam car's right there. Yeah.
If only Billy Bush had known about the steam car,
Exactly.
he might have not gotten
Might have
himself
saved his
fired.
career,
He
yeah.
might have
Poor
saved
Billy,
his
poor
career.
Billy, yeah.
That's great. And Johnny I remember, I think I was on that lot a little bit when Johnny was hosting the show. He would drive.
Different Johnny, yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm
Not you.
Yeah,
Johnny.
He had an
Carson.
SL.
He had a white Corvette.
And yeah, white Corvette. Yeah.
Did he switch every day, or did he just drive?
No, he drove one and he drove the Corvette.
Yeah.
Johnny was a mid-American guy. He was not a Ferrari guy or flashy like that. A Corvette was aspirational. You know,
Right,
even
right.
when Johnny made those suits, the Johnny Carson suits,
Yeah.
they were sort of mid-range. They weren't high-end.
Yeah.
They were Montgomery Ward. They were, sort of nice, normal department store kind of suits. So that's what he did. So he liked his Corvette, and in fact, Johnny's father bought a 1939 Chrysler. And when you watch this special called Johnny Goes Home in 1982 or 83, they find the car, and NBC buys it and gives it back to Johnny, exactly the same one his dad had. And you see pictures of Johnny polishing the car when he's 12, Johnny taking it to his prom. And this was kind of a nice surprise, Johnny passed away, and then at the reading of the will, he left me his 39
No way.
Chrysler, his dad's car. So I got it at the garage, and I take it out every now
Wow, I've
and
never
then.
seen that.
Oh yeah, it's
I'd
cool.
really love to see
Yeah,
that. You have
Je-
to bring that by the show
Yeah,
sometime.
Jeff Satzing it was his nephew who worked on the Tonight Show, and Jeff learned to drive.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
car. But yeah, so I Johnny was kind of a quiet guy. He was not like a flashy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I left you this.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me he was leaving it. I had no idea. So,
Right.
So that was kind of cool.
He was a tennis player too, Johnny.
Yeah, he played tennis.
Yay.
Are any of the
Still
new,
dead, Spike.
Are any of the, come on. Are any of the current late night host car guys? I know Seth Meyers, I think, has a Mercedes 280 SL that he doesn't talk about.
I don't know.
But I don't know any of the other guys are doing that
no,
thing.
I
Maybe,
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe it's just because they're in New York.
Well, they have lives. you
They
know.
have lives.
Kimmel's
Yeah.
in L.A. I don't think he has a car.
I don't think he's not a big car guy.
I took him for a ride in my 73 911T early on and scared the hell out of him, hitting an
Yeah.
exit pretty hard. He was pretty afraid. I wasn't going that fast.
And he
but
was tight with Corolla forever. So
Yeah,
if he wanted to be a car guy, he could
Corolla's
have
a
been.
big car guy.
maybe
Yeah.
that's Adam took over the whole car thing.
Yeah.
and went in the other direction. While you're here, okay, I want to ask you some more questions, Jay, because you're the king of the car world.
Not really, but go ahead.
You have a castle now, so you're the king of the
It's
car.
October 3rd. Yeah,
But you're one of these guys, there's so many of us out there and so many people who listen who have cars, one or two or a small collection, and they don't know how to make decisions about what to do and what not to do. It comes up a lot. I mean, we've had billionaires on the show. It doesn't matter an amount of money. They still get lost. We had someone recently with a cracked dash on a 73, and we're like, okay, that's something we need to fix. How do you make a decision on what to restore and what to leave as is?
Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, if something is too far gone, obviously,
Right.
You start. But I try to keep it. Like I've got a couple of Corvairs, which I really enjoy. It's a great car. It's the most misunderstood car. I think it's one of the greatest American cars. In 1966, it beat Porsche at SCCA Racing with the Yanko Stinger. And it was their attempt to make a European car. It had 180 horsepower, 4-speed transmission. It was a pretty good car. I mean, the whole Ralph Nader thing. It's so funny. At the time Ralph Nader wrote that book, they sold more copies of the book. I mean, they sold more Corvairs than they did copies of the book. And Corvair was only one chapter, but because GM was so incensed that this young 28-year-old attorney was going after them, that they tried to catch him in a scandal. They had a hooker sent up to his room or whatever, and Nader's like, Mr. Asexual, yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you. It's like, so he didn't fall for it. And then it hit the fan when why is the biggest corporation in the world going after a 28-year-old lawyer?
Yeah,
what does he know? And that's when it blew up because Unsafe at Any Speed was really about the Volkswagen. The gas tank was right in front of your face, so right here in your chest. The engine was in the back. It had the swing axles. It was way more dangerous than the Corvair.
You're sort because that's I've read that book, and that's the first chapter is the Corvair. The second chapter is about parking, Prindles and how you have to standardize that.
Right.
And he was talking about the 60 to 64 Corvair,
right?
Not when they redesigned it in 65.
Right.
So GM screwed themselves.
I know. That's
no one would have ever heard of that.
But the cover up is always worse than the crime. It's that way with everything.
Yeah.
Do you think there are cars right now that are coming out that in 30 years will be collectible?
Yes.
Like what? Like the GTD, maybe the Mustang.
No, the Miata.
The Miata.
Well,
why?
When the Mustang came out, I remember.
One guy's really happy.
That's Miata guy.
No,
Whenever you say the word Miata, he applauds.
I remember
Tightens up his zipper.
collectors saying the Mustang would never be collectible because they sold millions of them.
Right.
Well, that's precisely why they're collectible. We're a disposable society. The most manufactured vehicle in history is the Honda 50cc Cub. They sold 50 million. Find one. Because we Americans, we drive it into the ground, we throw it away, and then we cry 10 years. Oh, I want another one of those. I was in England once, staying in my aunt's house, and the vicar comes to see me. He's got a 1961 Bentley, one of those Hondas.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, it's beautiful. Did you ever store it? No, I bought it new. You bought it new in 61? Yeah, I'll take care of it. We don't do that in America.
Yeah.
We throw it in the garage, we get something else. But, yeah, I think the Miata will be.
Look, there's a Miata right there, Johnny. Look to your right.
Yeah.
There's why is that on the lawn?
That's an NA. That's the first.
Here's one you'll give me
no
a brief about. First generation Priuses. They will seem so cute.
Oh, wow.
And so simple compared to what we have.
That's a pretty
now.
crazy prediction. You're saying first generation Priuses.
Yeah, first generation.
Are collectible. Oh, Prius guy. Yeah. He's excited.
Prius girl.
I love the Prius. We've
Somebody
had
offered me an EV1 for $500,000. I didn't take it. That's the General That's a General
Right.
Motors one. Yeah, because
that's the birth of electric cars, really.
Rebirth,
yeah. But something like you have this thing called Radwood now, which is 90s cars.
Yeah.
And I went to one, and I just thought I was at the Walmart parking lot. It's all cars. What did I miss? Well, my dad had one, and every Sunday we go for ice cream, and he'd take me to the games. And there's a reason why people bond with certain automobiles.
And you're right about the Prius, like Volkswagen Bugs, like those were Priuses of their day, kind of just cheap.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still
high
not
mileage.
there yet. I'm not there yet. What is the first year for the Prius? Does anybody even know? Prius guy, what is the first
2003.
year? 2003. God, how did he know that? He's really a Prius guy.
I'm a Prius guy, apparently.
Wow.
Prius was developed by GM. And with the failure of the EV, they thought, well, nobody wants these. And they sold it to the Japanese.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
And so the Prius is really an American invention.
Yeah. No, I do love the car. My favorite.
Do?
I think Taurus shows, the high performance front wheel drive Taurus
SHO, baby.
The SHO.
Super high output.
That will be a collectible.
It's already collectible.
I was going to Toys R Us. You do things in your cars that make you love your cars.
Sure.
Right.
And I was in my wife's Prius, and I was going to pick up an electric car for my kids for Christmas, and then realized, I've got to bring this thing home. And the guy brought it out to the parking lot. I said, that's not going to fit. It's not going to fit in that thing. I go, let's try it. Push the seats down, open the hatch. It just slid right in. That was the moment. Yeah, that was the moment right there that I loved that car.
There you go.
And drove that home. Do you think we'll see more electric cars on Concours like this?
Eventually, it's gonna take.
Eventually, well, yeah. I have a 1909 Baker Electric. I have a 1914 Detroit Electric.
Yeah.
I mean,
the new stuff.
You'll see.
I mean,
look, the first
aside from Prius guy, it was a lone applause break without 70 other people joining in. Like, what electric cars?
I think a Hummer will be hysterical in 50 years.
Yeah.
At 10,000 pounds electric.
It's only 8,900 pounds.
Well, Johnny, you host a whole show about electric.
Yeah,
what cars? Just pick three that stand out as collectible.
Look, I think the Tesla Roadster. That's going to definitely be a collector. It already is a collector.
Oh, it is. Those are
fine ones.
Well over $100,000 now.
Yeah. I think you'll see a bunch of with the Model S, you'll see classes like, oh, that's the P90. That was the first sedan to hit 60 under 3 seconds. That's the P100. It was 2.5. That's the Plaid. That was 1.99. You know, so you'll have that kind of thing. And as a Rivian fanboy, I think there'll be original 4 quad motor Rivians.
Yeah.
That would be very collectible.
Yeah, I remember when I was at Tonight Show, we had an intern, and he was like 21 years old. And he said, "Oh, Miss Leno, I collect. I got a collector car." I said, "What do you have?" He said, "A 91 Miata." And I kind of smiled. But he was born in 1990. So to him,
Look, for the record,
that's when he was born.
Yeah, I love the Miata.
Yeah.
Most race car in the world.
Yeah?
Terrific car.
You know, it's
We
what
love
Lotus
them.
could have been.
Yeah.
Lotus invented it. It was their idea. And then Jim Hall, not that Jim Hall, but another Jim Hall worked for Mazda, said, "Why don't we do the Japanese version? Just make it reliable."
I think that was Bob Hall.
Like the Japanese did. Yeah, Bob Hall. That's
Jim's the brother, yeah.
Like the Japanese did with the motorcycle. Hey, Americans like motorcycles. Why don't we make them safe with electric starters, and you don't have to. They don't leak oil, and you wind up running a business.
What have you seen here at this event that you like? Have you seen a car that's kind of blown you away? And you thought,
I like it. You know, it's so funny. I always see the Ford GT40.
Yeah.
That's like you never want to meet your heroes, you know.
Yeah.
That's the greatest car. I drove one once. I'm like a dog with my tongue out the window. There's no air conditioning. Little slip. I'm trying to drive this thing. It's so hot.
Yeah.
It's like, it was like horrible to drive.
Yeah.
Horrible to drive. It just made me laugh, but I still love it.
Yeah.
But it's like being with the wrong woman. You know, this is
It's just like that.
exactly
Too hot with your tongue out the side window.
Out the window.
exactly.
I love that car too. I've never driven one.
Oh, you know,
And they're
don't,
bad?
don't,
They're not
it'll ruin it for you. But
Yeah.
Well, hang on though. I've driven like the Superformance version, which is
No,
like,
that Superformance has more leg room.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
drive
yeah.
the Mark III they came out with, I think, was it 67?
67,
It was
yeah.
$17,500, which is really well over $100,000 now. It had they tell you do not put chocolates in the trunk because they will melt.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it had all these kind of warnings. Don't carry butter. Don't go to the market. You know, because everything will just melt. I mean, and I love the look of it, but it is so uncomfortable.
Okay, fair enough.
What other cars have you driven that kind of ruined it for you? For me, Porsche 906 was terrible.
Really?
You're kind of laying on your side. At
Yeah,
least the
you're
one I
laying
drove,
on
I was
your
laying on my
Countach.
side
Yeah.
trying to race.
Countaches
Countach
are
is difficult.
not good car, not
They
good
look-
driving.
Actually, I got 70,000 on mine.
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah, I
You're-
like it.
Did
your
you put
mirrors.
all
It's not
70
mirrors
on?
are better.
Did you put all 70 on
Yeah,
there?
mine is an 86. I bought an 87. So
Yeah.
But, I mean-
And you do drive it.
$70,000.
You know,
that was crazy.
I
But-
was playing tennis Tuesday night, and then this guy's like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I go, "I'm going to Newport. I'm going to interview Jay Leno." He goes, "Oh, I just saw him driving his Countach." You had just been driving it that Sunday.
Oh, that's
stopped
funny.
and chatted with him. You're so nice to everyone.
that's so funny. Yeah.
I don't understand it, but,
but
you are.
it's a great car.
Yeah. So he is, like I've always, the second I moved to LA, I would see you driving every day, either to or from work or the Tonight Show.
When you go by in a car that's on
and
fire.
you would yell at me. You didn't know me or anything, but you would yell at me what I was driving. 66 Triumph Bonneville. And you'd go by 73 911 RS. Jay Leno.
There you go.
And it was part of the, really fond memories, and really made me feel like I was in the right place.
There you go.
Because
That's the right
I had
place.
left New York to drive a car.
Yeah, right.
That was I was
Same.
telling you in the car this morning.
Same,
That's
yeah,
so funny.
yeah.
You know, whenever I have journalists from New York come, this is gonna I had journalists come and show them my motorcycles. I have a Bruff Superior motorcycle with a sidecar,
Yeah.
and I said, "You know what that is?" "Oh yeah." Okay, I guess he's not interested. Then if you Jay Leno has a motorcycle with a canoe attached to it. No, it's not a canoe. It's a sidecar.
Do you have like a couple minutes to answer some questions?
Why, yes, I guess
I'd love
so.
to turn it over to everybody here in the audience.
That
There's a
guy.
man with his
You
finger
have a
up.
question, sir?
I'm going to repeat your question for you. He's written it down. Go ahead. Mr. Leno.
My son is a huge fan of yours.
He's a big fan.
Following question over me. What keeps you motivated to keep collecting and touring and entertaining?
What keeps you motivated to keep collecting and touring
Well, what you mean in show business or?
in show business and with cars?
Well, Look, I've had real jobs. They suck. You just talk, and people give you bags with 20s in them.
Yeah.
You know, and you go, this is great. This is a great way to make a living.
Yes.
Write
Yes.
joke, tell joke, get checked.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Write joke,
Yeah.
tell joke. A lot of people can't follow that simple
No,
formula.
it's so good.
No, it is. And if the joke's fun, then you get a check. Thank you.
Yeah.
Car
Now that you
companies-
figured out, and others like you, Jerry and the rest, to just get one of these and some people and a pillowcase full of cash comes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's wild.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need anything but you and this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Very good question. Somebody else?
Yes, sir.
Who do we have? Right next to
That gentleman was second.
What do you think of the Honda S2000?
I think the Honda S2000.
Honda
Honda
S2000
guy.
guy is also Miata
Well,
guy.
I have a Honda 600, which is 1964.
It's 1,400 worse.
It's 600 cc's. The red line is 9,400 RPM in 1964. Overhead cams, roller bearing crankshaft. If this said Porsche on it, it would be $1 million car.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 57 horsepower. It weighs maybe 1,700 pounds. Faster than an MG or a Triumph. But it just screams at 9,400 RPM. It's a fabulous car. And when they came out with the 2000 again, they had the same problem. It was a high revving engine, and Americans don't understand high revving because they
Right.
think, I'm going to short shift it and save the I don't want to hurt the engine by
Right,
revving
right,
it. But
right.
it really runs better at higher
Runs
RPM.
better.
But you can't. So they reissued the 2000 a couple of years later and lowered the torque and brought it into 5,500 to 6,000 RPM, and it wasn't as much fun. But the first generation 2000 I thought was a great car. Great car.
Miata guy had a question.
I did. Mr. Leno,
Yes.
what is your all-time number one favorite car, practical or not? What would you take?
All-time number one favorite
All
car.
time.
Well, the McLaren F1 is pretty good. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean,
I
but
find-
that's not practical. And anything you do is a house. I mean, it's so ridiculously expensive to repair. I was on the freeway with that, and I downshifted to third and nailed it, and I slid. Tires are spinning. I slid across 2 lanes. I went, hey. I get back in the P1. It's got all the safety controls.
Yeah.
Got ABS, so okay, I'm back.
We had. I remember we were in Malibu at that car show during the COVID thing, and we went for a drive in that with Tony Rackley, who imports cars. It was me and Tony and Jay.
Maskless Tony.
And Jay took us for a ride in that car. It
And
was
what,
so,
in the F1?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
It was
yeah.
so special. It was so fun.
It just screamed.
Yeah.
It's just a fabulous car.
It's just, right into my memory.
Gordon
cells.
Murray is like the ultimate engineer. He's so weight obsessed. He has that Kenwood stereo CD player, but he thought the iron magnets weighed a couple of ounces too much, so he replaced them with aluminum, sprayed with just enough iron filings to be magnetic, and saved 4 ounces per weight.
Wow.
And put it back in the car.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
much did that cost you? Ridiculous amount of money. My thing is, I'll just skip a couple of lunches if I want to get a light.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the German way of
Yeah,
thinking.
that's
Well,
that,
like
yeah.
Adrian
You lose
Newey,
weight.
Adrian Newey says, hey, a gram here, a gram there, suddenly you got a kilogram. So
Right.
it
Yeah,
adds
there
up.
you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever spent the night in the car?
Yes, I
Have
used
you
to
ever
live in
slept
my-
in a car?
I used to,
He
my
lived in a
55
car.
Buick Roadmaster.
He was homeless.
I flew to one day I was sitting in my apartment. I said, I got to get out of here right now, or I'll never get out of here. So I said to my neighbors, just take whatever you want. I flew to L.A. I landed in L.A. I picked up the penny saver. Oh, here's a car. Where's Winchester? It's 6 miles from here. Oh, I'll go buy this car. Just being an idiot.
Yep.
So I take a cab to Winchester. The guy wants $350, and being the negotiator, I offered him $345. He took it. I did. I said, I'll give you
Brilliant.
$345. Okay, because I knew I'd have to take a cab back to the airport.
Right.
I said, so I bought this Buick, and I still have it to this day. It's a great car.
And he spent the night in it.
I lived in it for the first couple of weeks. What I used to
couple
do,
of weeks.
Well, you don't know this story?
no, what I
This is
here's
criminal.
What I
Like,
used to
listen.
do, I would search the paper for open houses.
Yeah.
And they would have an open house Sunday, like 12 to 4.
Okay.
I would get there at 3:30. I'd say, can I take a look around? And then I go, thank you. And then I'd slam the front door and get in the closet. And then the realtor would leave. And no houses had alarms back then. So I would live in the house for 2 or 3 days. So one day I'm in a house on Coldwater Canyon owned by one of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And I was there 3 days. This is fabulous. I'm sleeping, right? And this realtor comes in. Now in here, oh my God, there's someone in the room. I said, sorry. And what are you doing outside? Excuse me, can I get dressed? Sorry, just mistaken.
But you weren't Jay Leno. You're just a guy.
No, yeah, right. So but
no police.
But that was a great. I mean, I never stole anything. I never destroyed anything. I always made the bed and everything. But it was great. I could do that. You could do that. For a month, you could just live house to house, and in beautiful houses. I didn't stay in crappy track houses. These are all.
That's right.
These are all
criminal with taste.
Well, you always want a big mansion that's got a lot of
amazing.
exits. So you want to have.
We could get out of our hotel tonight, Johnny. If you want, we could do this over at his place.
He would never notice.
He'd never know.
Literally, we could move in. He wouldn't know we're there.
We wouldn't know. I want to check that.
I'm taking the Elton John room.
I am doubtful about the dust situation, but I'm going to check it. Somebody else here. Yes, vest, sir. Guy with the vest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Saw some stand-up.
No, that wasn't me because I wouldn't have had those back here.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me.
I don't understand the question. Go ahead. He's talking about the Corvair. He's asking more Corvair.
Well, the reason I don't talk about them.
He owns one.
I mean, the Ram side, the trouble with it was the engine was in the back. The funny thing about the Corvair is it's right here. I mean, your knee is where the headlight is. So if you have an accident, you're the first one on the scene because you're 12 inches from the accident.
Yeah.
And the engine, the Ram side was a huge hit with the phone company because that Ram would come down and they'd wheel those big spools up in there, but you couldn't load from the back because the engine was back there, so you'd have to lift anything up and over. So you couldn't get a motorcycle or anything like that in there now. But the Ram side was not a success. The Ram side was a pickup truck. And Americans like their pickup trucks to look like pickup trucks. And when you come out with a radical pickup truck, people don't buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cybertruck is probably the next exception after the Corvette.
I mean, there seems to be a new run of these affordable ones, like Slate.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't there a second one, Johnny?
Well, it'd be the Ford Maverick.
Oh, no,
is a good
Ford.
example.
Right, the new Ford platform.
Maverick is selling great.
Yeah, Maverick is
Slate
great.
might happen, but the Cybertruck, I mean, they kind of stopped selling. I mean,
Why do you say Slate might happen?
Well, I mean, it hasn't happened yet. And,
Right,
the other thing is, this administration canceled the $7,500 EV tax credit, so
they start to get expensive.
Slate's price went from $20,000 to $27,500.
Right.
And that price point is pretty sensitive.
And you were saying there was an issue with battery prices as well.
No, battery prices are just continue to plummet. But it's just the price of the vehicle went up by 33%. Like October 1st or whatever it ended, September 30th.
All right, one more question. Who's got our final
Yes,
question? Yes, ma'am.
person.
The attractive person.
There's one here.
If we've learned one thing about Jay Leno,
For those of you
he
listening,
loves women.
Oh, yes. What's the question?
Talk earlier about you like when owners have the story behind their car. So which one of your cars has the most sentimental value to you?
Oh, so she wants to know the car that you have in your collection that has the most sentimental value.
Well, I
best
mean, my
story.
55 Buick I like because I met my wife in that car and I dated my wife in that car.
And you lived in it?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you funny. My wife, when I first made love in that car, when I never. So on our 25th anniversary, let's go back to where we went. And we went to this, which is now Franklin Canyon, and of course there's now a house there.
Yeah.
It's all houses.
Yeah.
Did you break in?
So I said, no, well, let's park as close to the house as we can. So we start going at it. And then my head hits the horn.
Nice.
It's 11 o'clock night. The porch light comes on. A guy comes out. I'm going, Christ's sake. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
The great Jay Leno, everybody.
Thank you.
He's unbelievable. What I love about you, Jay, encyclopedic knowledge of cars.
Yes, well, I
It's
know
the
about
easy,
that.
and then all the sex stories
It's
are
more like
fantastic.
golden.
they're really
more like golden book.
I mean, we interviewed last week, and I've learned more stuff about you. It's unbelievable
Well,
how
thank
deep your car knowledge is
Well,
and your car
thank-
experience.
Criminal
is.
history. Don't.
And we just love you. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Concours at the Gathering. Those at home, we'll see you next week on Spike's Car Radio.
See you then.
Thanks for listening to Spike's Car Radio. Listen to new episodes every Wednesday and be sure to subscribe. Stay to the right, losers.